Let me see something. Hey, Miss Lynn. Hey, I'm trying to see something because I'm new to this thing. I'm just trying to see what I'm doing because
What's going on, girl? How you doing today? How you?
I never know what I'm doing. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Now, I'm trying to go live from my regular page and on Facebook too. So I'm just trying to see if it's going over into Facebook and then I'm gonna get started. Hold on. Because I usually go live from Facebook. But and then once I go live from Facebook, I usually download my lives from Facebook and just upload them here. When I can just, and then Raw Truth was like, well, why you just don't go live from both pages, like use the StreamYard. Hey, Miss Lori, thank y'all for coming in here. I'm gonna be with y'all in one second. TC. How y'all enjoying y'all Thursday though? I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. Are y'all having a good Thursday? Okay, so it's there. And let me see. It's there. And let me see if it went to my Facebook. And let me see. Okay, it's there. Okay. I think I'm doing this right, y'all. Hey, Miss LaShawn, how y'all doing? Look, y'all. Okay, so I'm doing something new because normally I don't go live on this page because we always go live on our superfan page. You know what I'm saying? But I always go live from the my Facebook and do my positive, my encouraging words and stuff over there, get the Q&A, and I have the people interacting when they over there. But I'm like, okay, we're always over here. I want to kind of plug in both of them, and Raw Truth was like, okay, sis, why you just don't go live from both pages? You know what I'm saying? Like through the StreamYard. So I had to learn how to do that because usually I just go live from Facebook and then download it and then put it over here for y'all. But I want to have interaction with all my people, so I can respond to everybody at once, if that makes any sense, right? But I hope y'all are having a beautiful Thursday. I have a few minutes. I'm not going to stay long because I say that, but I'll never want to do a long live. I just want to get insight and, give a little insight in my opinion as far as, building your mind up, your mental health healthier, making situation, washing and folding. Did you say washing? I don't know why this link is here. I don't want to put the link there, but I can't move it. I don't know why that link is there, but okay, because you said, hey, Miss Niecy. Hey, Perfectly Imperfect. Thank y'all for coming in here. I appreciate it. Y'all can hit the like button if you want to, Miss No, because this is my washing and folding laundry. Okay, Miss Lynn. Girl, I need to do some laundry too. I need to do some laundry. I know y'all see my backdrop in the back. My accent wall. I'm coming in here, y'all. Slowly but surely renovating my new tiny townhome, right? So I'm in the living room now because I started in the back of the house, which was the kitchen dining area, and then my powder room, which is my half bath. So I've completed that. Now I'm in here. The living room is a bigger monster, so it's a lot of more stuff that I have to do as far as getting that completed. However, my title today is Breaking Bad Habits and Behaviors. I just feel like, do you think it's important? And I just want to ask you guys, do you think it's important to break bad habits and behaviors, or what process will you take if you feel like you want to break a bad habit and behaviors? What would be the process for you? Like, what would be the steps you would take to trying to correct your bad behaviors or, your habits? I just want to get some insight to see, like, if people know that they are forming bad habits. It could be anything. It could be smoking. It could be overeating. It could be eating too much junk, or um, acting badly. It could be a whole multitude of things. I only say that because bad habits and bad behaviors tend to follow us. You know what I'm saying? Where we go, wherever we go in life, if we have bad habits and bad behaviors, it's going to follow us wherever we go in life. And it's up to us if we want to make that change, or we're just satisfied and having the bad behaviors or the habits. I think sometimes that we get stuck in habits. And that could be with any habit. Sometimes we get comfortable and complacent and being who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to change. I know you hear a lot of people say, that's just who they are. That's just who they is. That's just who she is. That's just who he is. We got to accept, that's just them. But I just want to know, what would y'all do in a situation to where, someone says that, or, somebody might say that about me, or, they might say, I might say, well, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. However, if it's a bad behavior or a bad habit, and I'm just saying, oh, it's just me, why wouldn't I want to change it for the better? Why would I want to make my life better? Like, why would I want not to live better? You know what I'm saying? Or why would I want to foster or, hold on to these bad behaviors or habits when I know that's either affecting me or the people that's around me? I see that a lot going on. We're just going to call it like I see it. I see a lot of that going on. Just situations around me when people feel like that their bad behaviors and their bad habits, it's like they want to force them on you and make you understand that this is the way I am. Either you're going to accept my bad habits, and then if you don't want to be situated, or you don't want to even be, associated with the bad habits or the bad behaviors, there is a problem. People get mad at you. But I feel like this is the first step for me, and I'm just going to use something for me. I used to smoke. Been smoking since I was 20. And recently I stopped. This is my second year. I mean, I do the vape with no nicotine or whatever. And I think it's just still a phobia of me seeing smoke, right? But I know can be harmful too, even without nicotine. This can be harmful too. But I keep one of these. Maybe this might last me for about 2 weeks to 3 weeks, meaning I don't puff on it constantly, right? So it lasts me a long time. However, the nicotine that I was doing was harming me worse, I feel like. And I had to change that for the better. The older you get, the more you realize that you want to change your bad habits and your bad behaviors. And I feel like Ms. Nisi said, first step would be to first step would be is to recognize that there is a habit and set goals to eliminate it. Exactly. Because it was hard for me to stop. I went to the hospital one time and hey cousin, thank you for coming in. I'm trying something new because I always go live on Facebook, but I be over here so much. I'm like, and then usually when I go live on Facebook, I just download my Facebook live and put it on my page anyway. So Raw Truth was like, just try it through StreamYard and see if you could stream through both at the same time. So that's what I'm doing, right? But I did that. It was hard because I was so addicted to the nicotine. Thank you, Chocolate Mess. Hey, how you doing for coming in here? I love you too, cousin. But it took me, it was okay. I stopped for like 30 days and then I started having withdrawals. And then I started back. But then I was like, you know what? I need to find an alternative because sometimes you have to wean yourself off stuff almost like a baby in a bottle. Sometimes a baby in a bottle, like when you're trying to wean the baby off the bottle, you may put the pacifier in their mouth a little bit. Hey, sis, thank you for coming in, Toya. I like to interact with my cousin. And see, that's what I was saying. Like, I know I be posting my lives on here, but they be pre-recorded from my live from Facebook. So I'm like, I want my people to interact that's on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to interact. So I like to hear y'all questions. And the interaction is, I like to get other people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, but changing bad behaviors and bad habits to me, it kind of it refreshes you. It reprograms you. It helps you, makes you think of things in a different light, if that makes any sense. It helps you kind of focus more on trying to live or trying to be more on the other side of not being bad behaviors or bad habits. Like I said, sometimes we can overeat. We can say, oh, we eat too much junk. We put too much junk in our body, right? We put too much junk in our body, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat what I want to eat, but is that good for you though? You know what I'm saying? Like you eating, like ain't nothing wrong with splurging every now and again. Like I have my cheat days, whatever. But for the main part, I try to do things that's more healthier to my body. You know what I'm saying? When you get a little older, you start caring about, the way you're going to kind of finish out. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like making good decisions on changing bad behaviors would be a step in the right direction, not only physically, but mentally. That also comes with you having to reprogram how you think, how you move, and how you treating yourself individually. Hey, Miss Nell, I'm at work scrolling and finally caught you live. Yeah, because I don't go live over here, Toya, and I haven't been live on Facebook because I've been over here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me combine the two. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing too much work. You know what I'm saying? Editing videos and stuff like that. So I'm doing too much work. So I just want to ask y'all, do you think breaking bad habits and behaviors is a good thing? It's a good thing because a lot of people are not going to see it like that. They really think that their bad habits and their bad behaviors doesn't affect anyone. And I feel like when you have that kind of mindset, it means you're stuck in something. And I feel like as long as you're living, we should be growing. I don't care how old you are. As long as you're living, you should be growing as far as your mindset. Because I feel like God don't give us nothing that we're not going to be able to handle as far as mentally. But if we're trying to grow in a positive direction, we can't be stuck in the same mindset of doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're going to want to live your life a little, just older. You may have kids that look up to you and see you and this, that, and the other. You may not want to be into that bad habit. Now, I'm not saying that ain't nobody never had no bad habits, because I've had bad habits. I still got some, right? But it's up to you to change your mindset to want to do better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with you trying to live better. And as far as bad behaviors, I had those too. I just shared, sis. I'm going back to work. Love you. I love you too, Toya. Thank y'all for interacting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. But I've had bad behaviors. I've had bad behaviors back in the past to where it landed me places that I didn't want to be. I know I had a real bad attitude problem and, anger issues. I did. I had anger issues. However, because I had kids and, sometimes, they said generational curses. Sometimes you can make your kids. Raw Truth, I love you. Raw Truth said, hey, big sis, stopping through to show you some love. You said, I wish. Okay, I'm going to hit. You said you're going to hit the replay. I got this little link right here that I can't move, so I'm not messing with it or whatever. So I can't see the rest of your message, but thank you. So, I don't learn how to do it. Raw Truth, y'all. Raw Truth help me get. Raw Truth said, why you just don't go live from stream, y'all, from both your pages? So I'm like, that helped out. But I feel like I had kids that saw me with these bad behaviors, saw my bad behaviors, and kind of acted on the bad behaviors because this is what they saw. So when I seen that, I was like, you know what? I have to change the way I'm acting. I don't want my kids. I want better for my kids. I don't want my kids to be out here always fighting and, feeling like they got to prove a point to something or somebody. I just had to change my mindset with my bad behaviors. But for a long time, I felt like my bad behaviors was warranted. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people would think that their bad behavior is warranted and you have to accept it. And sometimes they feel like because it's my bad behavior, I'm not affecting you with my bad behavior, but some people are. Some people will affect you with their bad behaviors. Because just say, for instance, I'm gonna use you, Raw Truth. I'm gonna just use you because I like crowd participation. So I'm just gonna use Raw Truth, right? And just say, for instance, me and Raw Truth cool. But Raw Truth is on, she's on, she's on her, her good, she's on a good road. But here she is around me with my bad behavior. And because we're out in the street, maybe we're out kicking it or whatever, and I wanted to start something with somebody. And now they bring a gang of people on, Raw Truth trying to calm me down. But I'm on this bad kick. Like, no, I'm not gonna calm down. I want to basically I want to amp up. But because Raw Truth is trying to calm me down and I'm not listening to her, I get us both in trouble. You see what I'm saying? And it becomes a ripple effect too. Your bad behaviors becomes a ripple effect on the people that you surround yourself with and the people that you hang around, your family, your friends, whatever you do. I just want you to know that your bad behaviors does affect people around you. Yes, they're your bad behaviors, but they affect people around you. So sometimes you have to think outside the box and think of others, even though you don't want to, on your bad behaviors. And some people are so oblivious to their bad behaviors that they don't even know that they're acting badly. Let me say something to those people. I feel like at some point in your life, you have to be self-conscious to what you do and the way that you move through life. You have to be self-conscious and self-aware of your movements and the way that you and who you surround yourself with and the way that you're moving through life. Are you moving through life recklessly, knowing that in the back of your mind you got a family to take care of? Are you doing things recklessly to where you're harming another person in your recklessness? You have to think about that, people. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what's bad and what's good. And you shouldn't want that on your conscience either. You shouldn't want it to where it's conscious, carving your conscience to where my bad behavior is overshadowing how I think, period. So that's why I say I just feel like breaking bad habits and behaviors should be one of your key focuses on moving forward positively in your life. I mean, positivity or positively in your life. You know what I'm saying? You should basically make sure that your mindset is ready for growth. I feel like everyone should have a growth mindset, but sometimes, like I said, people get stuck in ways and behaviors. And because they get stuck in ways and behavior, they have a set mindset. A set mindset is a mindset that is just set on what they feel and they not changing it for nothing. If you work a job, how you going to grow in your company if you have a set mindset? It's hard. It's hard. Hey, Jamaica. Thank you for coming in. Thank y'all. But y'all, if you were to change bad habits and behaviors, or if you see people around you that have bad habits and behaviors, what would be your one advice to them? Hey, Miss Rashida, how you doing, beautiful? What would be like? What would be your one? What would be your one suggestion, or what would be your thing to them to say? What would you say to them? Like, what would you tell them to do in order to change their bad behaviors or habits? Like I said, I had bad habits. Yeah, I had a lot of bad habits. I think I used to be addicted to sweets. I was addicted to sweets, so I got up to 300 pounds. hmm And I went to the doctor and they told me, yeah, you're like borderline diabetic. Hey, G Dub. Miss Rashida said, pray about it. That's number one. Yeah, you got to pray about it. But you also have to put a plan in place too, Miss Rashida. Once you pray about it, building your outline. Maybe in your head, people like to write their stuff down, but you can put a outline out in your head to help you say, look, let me go ahead and let me switch things up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I do. And that's usually how I do it. Just like I said, I had got up to 300 pounds. They was threatening to put me on, like diabetic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So what I had to do is change my behavior, my habits. I had to change my habits as far as eating. So I had to eat differently. Don't mean I don't splurge every now and again, because I do, but I kind of control that. I control the way I eat. I control the way I eat. I don't overeat. I do work out. You know what I'm saying? I work out to my satisfaction, meaning I do 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's cardio on my machine, I try to keep myself a little bit active. And you can take baby steps. There's nothing wrong with taking baby steps in your growth. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I feel like a step in the right direction as far as growing, changing your behaviors. Sometimes you can't bungee. Some people can. Some people can bungee. Some people can't. Some people need to wing, just like I said. I got to wing myself off this, right? But I did wing myself off the cigarettes. And it wasn't like I was smoking a pack a day, but it was smoking a pack every other day. You know what I'm saying? So it was like still bad behavior, right? So, and eating. eating the right stuff. And I'm talking about sugars, like I'm a cakes and candy and all that stuff. You know, you can't be eating all that stuff, especially if you're trying to live a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Or you're looking out for your health as far as your health is concerned. And just growing, you know, and building your body up to be have healthy properties. Is a way of, you know, seeing things and seeing a bigger light. You get what I'm saying? Um, Hold on, I can't see yo. I'm gonna pin it because I can't see it. Okay, there you go. You said you're right, TC. You gotta plan your work and work your plan. I love that, Miss Rashida. You have to plan your work and work your plan. Boy, you sure do. You sure do, Miss Rashida. I like that. You do have to plan your work and work your plan. You have to make sure that, and back to the behaviors, you got to also train your thoughts too. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Before you start jumping out here and bungeeing and really don't know what you're talking about, and you know, you just listen to what somebody says and you're not really following up on is it true or not. You just bungeeing because you want to bungee because that's just the way your mind is set up. That's bad behaviors. That's bad behaviors. If you're not being conscious of your how you take in information, and Miss Rashida can come and tell me something, and it can trigger me. But instead of me saying, "Well, let me make sure that it's," you know, not saying I don't trust Miss Rashida, but just let me make sure that it's not true because I don't want to be out here spazzing out for nothing. That's called training the way that you think, because you're training the way that you think before you come out here and bungee on something that's totally false. Or it could be flipped around. Miss Rashida might have got a little bit of it right, but the back end of it that she told me was not true. So I just took what she said and ran with it. And now I'm out here spiraling out and spazzing out and doing this and doing that. Sometimes you have to train the way you think to control the bad behaviors. And that's just it, people. Like, I just want people to grow healthier mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's my biggest goal. And I also want y'all to also incorporate a positive affirmation. Nothing wrong with incorporating a positive affirmation every day. Like I said, I have this app, and I don't know if I can bring it up on here because it's on the other phone, but I will see. Oh, yeah, it's here. It's called, hold on. It's called the Belief app. Oh, it's making me upload. I want to believe. And see, it shows you the days, how many times you can put the messages in, the times you want them to drop, and save and continue, right? And it's called the and it's called a Belief app, and it has a little butterfly, but it gives you positive affirmations every day. I get positive affirmations through my phone. It comes 5 times a day, so they just sprout out on me. Hi, Miss Deborah. Speaking things into existence. Exactly. That's how I feel, right? I love speaking things into existence. You know what I'm saying? Especially positive things. I don't never really want to do it a negative nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't wish negative on nobody, but I don't want negative wished on me either. You get what I'm saying? But the Belief app, y'all, it gives you these positive affirmations every day. Sometimes people can wake up on the wrong side of bed. Like every day, I ain't the happy, jolly person y'all see all the time. Like I go through trials and tribulations mentally as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Belief app helped me get my positive affirmation and make my mind basically focus. It helps me focus more on what I said I had to do for that day. It trains because let's say one bad energy or one bad thought can knock your whole day off sometime, y'all. So I just be like, you know what? Let me go to my positive affirmations. And it spits out to me during different times of the day. Because sometimes your attitude can shift during the day. You just never know. So that's why I got mine set up like that, because I want to have something positive coming to me every day. That stimulate my brain. That stimulate my brain. I like for my brain to be stimulated, positively. You know what I'm saying? I like to think outside the box a lot. So I would like for my brain to be doing the same, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know that today I'm enjoying this positiveness all the way. Thank you, Miss Deborah. And see, I know some of y'all don't see y'all on Facebook. So I'm like, we always over here on YouTube, and I always go live on my Facebook page for my people. But I said, let me stay, and Broad was like, you can stream if you do StreamYard. You could just connect your page and this page, and you won't have to, because I always do it over there and then just download it. But I would like to get y'all interaction too. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all my people, and I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. So I just want people to live healthier. I want people to live healthier. I want them to be positive. I don't care if I have 2 people or 3 people listening. If I can help one person, I've done my job. That's what I always say. And I just want y'all to try to start breaking y'all bad habits. Bad habits are not good to have. Bad behaviors will cause you doing something or being somewhere you don't want to be. So I just say today, y'all, break those bad habits, break those bad behaviors. If you're trying to work on something, always set goals. Set out a plan, even if it's in your head or you writing it down. It's always good to journal too. I'm a journaler. I will journal. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you may need to journal on things, but I'm going to always preach that positive affirmation. If y'all don't do but one a day, do a positive affirmation. It's just going to change the whole way you think for that day. And I love y'all for coming in here. Y'all can hit my like button. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Thank y'all so much for coming in here. So I'm going to try to do 2 of these a week, right? So I'll probably come back on Monday, because I think I went Monday last time, and Thursday. So Monday and Thursdays will be my day around the same time. So I'll schedule them that way. It'll make me do it, because if I don't schedule them, I ain't going to do them, right? Because I have so much else stuff going on. But do y'all positive affirmation. I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming in here, chilling with your girl. This is TC Chronicles. I want y'all to have a beautiful Thursday. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. Live positively and work on yourself daily. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all.